Hello, and welcome back to another episode of the Nina Gervase Show. You already know that I fully believe that you are the writer, producer, and director of your life. And I'm about to ask you four very powerful questions that you are going to need a journal and a pen for because they are super deep and thought provoking and are going to require your time to really dive into. So you may listen to this episode all the way through, especially if you're out on a walk and you don't have that pen and paper, and then come back and answer them one by one, because these are things that were recently asked to me on one of my masterminds. And I thought, oh my gosh, I've never actually just stopped and answered these questions before moving forward with a goal that I wanted to achieve. And I really believe that these are completely necessary to understand before moving toward a goal. Okay, so without further ado, get that pen ready. We are going to dive into this. So, question number one: do I truly know myself, my authentic, real self? Do I? I mean, I think I do. I think I know who I am, but am I being my authentic self? Am I being the true Nina through and through? Or am I being somebody that somebody else wants me to be? Am I acting in a way that pleases others? I need to understand, do I truly, authentically know myself, or am I continuing to live my life in a way that somebody else would prefer? Am I continuing to be somebody that somebody else wants me to be? If you are not your authentic self, this is where you need to start. I know, I'll give you an example that in real estate, I am what I call radically honest. I am bold. I am very much going to be this Nina that you're even hearing on this podcast. And I hold nothing back with my clients. And we are just going to have full conversations about either the buying or the selling process. And if I really believe very wholeheartedly in don't go for this house, I'm going to give you that advice. It's your decision to make, but I'm not going to hold back my radical honesty. I am authentic, and I have more people coming to work with me because I know myself, because I am authentic, because I can move forward in that way than if they thought, I don't even know, if I can trust her. They see my authenticity and they trust it even more. So it's really important that you really look at, where am I being authentically myself, and where am I hiding, and where am I being somebody that somebody else wants me to be? You are going to write the script of your life. So if you want it to go a certain way, you need to start with authenticity and knowing who you are. And then that brings us to question number two. Do I like myself? Do I have inner peace with who I am? And wow, like, hello. I mean, if you're already saying I'm being somebody that somebody else wants me to be, are you happy with that? Are you really having inner peace with the idea that you're living a life based on what somebody else wants from you, or how somebody else thinks that you should behave? I'm sorry, but so many people now, this is the age, this is the dawn of women waking up and saying, hell no, I'm not living that way. Hell no, I am not going to continue to make myself little in order for you to feel good. I am not going to put a dimmer on my dreams in order for you to be okay with my life. Hell no. This is the age of women waking up and really saying, I'm doing it and I'm doing it my way. And if you don't like it, get out of my way. That's the inner peace that I keep finding women wanting right now. This is where they want to go. This is what they want. They know they want to understand and be fully happy with themselves. And they are not going to put up with somebody else standing in their way. So if you know who you are, who you want to become, if you know that you are not currently happy where you are, these questions, you're going to journal forever on those two questions. They are going to really expose the places that you are still hiding or acting for somebody else. And when you're tired of it, you are going to wake up and say, hell no, not me. I've got a new path forward. So that brings us to question number 3. Do I trust myself and what it is that I'm trying to do? Woo, I don't know. I mean, I have to trust myself and my ability to guide my clients in real estate transactions. I have to trust myself in guiding my coaching clients and so forth. I have to have a lot of trust in the message that I am giving to others based on my authentic self. So when I think about women who are hella done with living a life they are not satisfied with, they're afraid to step forward and take the next step to write the path they want because they don't actually trust themselves. They don't actually trust that they can get there because there are people in their environment, in their world, in their families who are telling them, hey, why are you doing this? It's not possible. Why are you working so hard? All of the things. I'm not saying you can get rid of all these people in your life, but you may have to put your blinders on and your earmuffs on so you're not listening to them and you keep your vision going forward because you know what you want. You know you can get there. You're not quite sure how because, again, do you truly trust yourself and your message? Find somebody who can get you there. Find somebody who has been there. I have done numerous podcast episodes on this now where I'm telling you, getting in the right room, getting with the right person can help you trust yourself, can help you find your authentic self and like how it is that you're going to move forward. I know that so many women are done with all the BS that's in their lives. I know it because they come to me and they tell me all the time. And the ones who are afraid to step forward, I love that because I can't wait to hold a mirror up to you and show you, number one, all of the amazing things that you've done up to this point that you are discounting. Number two, I love holding that mirror up so that it's not just me showing you with a mirror. It's that you are taking some really deep look into yourself, really deep looks into everything you've done and dissect the meaning behind it. When you are done playing small, when you are done with all of that, you're not going to stand for it anymore. You're going to now take massive action. So now I'm going to ask you, do you know why it is that you want to take this step forward? Do you know your why? Do you understand what that next step is going to mean? Can you attach massive meaning to that result that you want? I know, for example, with my health, that I want to be there for my children. I am a widowed mom. I am the only parent that my children have. And I need to be healthy for myself, for them, and for my future grandchildren, and so forth. I want to be the best version of myself, which is why I eat healthy the way that I do, work out the way that I do. I could be lazy and sit around and do nothing. I could, continue to procrastinate and postpone the workouts and does it really hurt me to eat, I don't know, cookies every day, which I do, which I gotta stop. But anyway, that's a whole nother thing. If I want to be that person, then I can't complain when I'm not healthy down the road. I can't complain when I down the road am not able to have the mobility that I want to have and the strength that I have into my 80s and so forth. So you really need to attach a why, a big why to the result that you want. You really need to have that connection to that future self so that you can pull it back into the now, so that you can find your authenticity, so that you can like yourself and that you can motivate yourself to move forward, so that you can trust the actions that you're taking toward that goal. I know you can do it. I'm not kidding. You really are the writer, director, and producer of your life. You literally have the chance to move forward with these opportunities that you want. You know what? Go back and listen to the other podcast episode that I did on the Brooke Castillo's thought results model for success. Reverse engineer what it is that you want. Find the result, find the thoughts behind it, the meaning, and all of the stuff so that you can find that within yourself. When you get there and you turn around and you look back and you're going to think, why didn't I do this sooner? Why didn't I take this action sooner? It's because so many of us are living our lives that somebody else wants us to live. So many of us are afraid to take the step forward. We don't have somebody in our court that is cheering us on the way that they really should be cheering us on. You need that person, girlfriend. I'll be that person for you. I am more than happy to cheer on my fellow ladies in moving forward with their goals. I am more than happy to be your accountability partner because I needed that. I needed to go out and find it. And sometimes it's really hard to find that with other women. You think you find it and then you see that they're, I don't know, like actually giving you negative advice and that sort of thing. And it's not out of necessarily like, trying to harm you, but they don't know how to support you. So if you need to get into certain rooms that I'm maybe not qualified to be in, and you would like me to advise you, hey, Nina, can you connect me with somebody, for example, in the medical space who can guide me on something? I had Christine Barker on one of my podcast interviews. I would love to connect you with Christine, who could potentially connect you with somebody else in the medical space. If you are a doctor, a nurse, or whomever, medical practitioner looking to move forward with your career in a different way. The point is, when you ask for help, that is an awesome first step. When you look for the rooms to get in, that is the best thing that you could be doing. And then if they're not the ones to help you, you know what? They probably know somebody who can. The idea is not to stay stagnant. The idea is not to stay where you are. The idea is to like yourself, to write the script to where you want to go. That future self, that person is waiting for you to take that action. That person's waiting for you to like who you are right now, to find that authenticity within you so that you like yourself and you move forward with massive action. Because staying where you are, staying in a life that is meant to be lived by somebody else's rules, nope, that's not for you. That's not for me. That is not why you are here today. That is not why people come to me for coaching or listen to this podcast. They want more, and you can write the script for more. Other people have done it. We will get you to the right rooms. We will get you with the right people so that you can find that path forward. Remember, go back and listen to the episode with the Brooke Castillo's, the thought model for engineering success, how I reverse engineer that. Go back and listen to the other interviews of women who took the action to go forward in their goals. And then ask yourself the 4 questions we talked about today. Journal on them. Take the time, because when you explore your own inner self, you will find the answers to move forward, and we will help you get there. That was a big episode. I really hope you got a lot out of this. I hope that you share it with somebody who needs the encouragement to look deep within themselves, stop playing small, stop playing their lives for somebody else's happiness, and start taking control of your own. So until next time, thank you so much for listening to The Nina Gervase Show.